Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the 40th episode of the Slim&Bird podcast. I'm your host, Slim.
Holy shit, I'm Bird. 40?
40.
Holy shit, man.
40.
That's awesome. That's
Can you
awesome.
believe it?
We
I'm telling
never
you.
thought we'd be
Who
here.
would have thought it? And I have over almost 900 views last week. It was unreal. You all are amazing.
That's amazing. Thank you all for your shares and likes. We appreciate it. That's crazy. 800. That's the most we've ever had at once. I think when we first started, we had like 200 something. Last week we had 853. That's excuse me.
Unreal.
That's a.
Thought I turned everything on. Okay.
Give us 1 second here.
Yeah, we're getting it ready.
So how's everybody doing this week? Everybody have a good time? Enjoyed the Final Four yesterday? You know, I tell you, it was a better Final Four.
What up, Brian?
It was a better Final Four than I expected. What's up? What's up, Mr. Davis? Better Final Four than I expected. You know, and that Auburn is 4-1. But I felt like they got some shitty calls. Florida did against them.
Man,
Auburn got some calls.
They're letting them play.
But even the commentators talking about the one, your boy, number 31 for Florida, went up and blocked.
Go Houston.
Blocked your boy. It was clean as shit. And
Caught a foul.
That was just one I remember. There was a few of them that I remember, but I can't believe choked. What do you mean? Can't believe choked. I'm glad Duke is out. I'm 100% with you, and I'm pulling for the Gators. But I was pulling for Houston last night.
Houston wins, I win it all.
Here's the thing: nobody that I know, if you're a Kentucky or Louisville fan, I don't think I've met too many Kentucky or Louisville fans that like Duke. And I think that's one thing we have fucking in common is we can't. Well, I shouldn't say we don't like Duke. Nobody likes Duke. Okay, you know that's just how it is. Mr. Davis, you like Duke? You know Cooper Flag, he's good, but the boy got shut down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't like Duke and I don't like Kentucky. It's all in the same word.
Houston. Here's my thing, y'all.
Houston's winning it.
Houston went on an 11-1 run last night to end the game and win it by 1.
Their defense is going to lock Florida down.
I'm telling you, their defense is stout. Stout. I mean, they went on an 11-1 run. Mm-hmm. Who would have expected that?
Well, they have the firepower to do that.
Oh, they do, but they do it so quietly. It seems
quickly too.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Quickly.
They were pressing, and next thing you know, they were
turnover, make a basket, turnover, make another basket.
It was very impressive. The last time you've seen a defense like that, and I can't even compare it to that though. The defense I'm thinking of with Arkansas was a whole different with the press. Kentucky had the same thing back in the day. You know, we're talking years ago, but that's the closest thing to it that I can see now. Besides, like St. John's is pretty good at their defense, but that's the team. You know that's going to happen. You don't root against them. I do. I'm liable to pull for you all for them. Okay?
You know we was pulling.
I'll let you know that.
ACC was pulling for the ACC.
I understand that.
I hope they got there. I was hoping they'd get there.
I'm with you on that. Okay.
But but my real way, I called it. Houston, Florida final. Houston wins.
I screwed up in my bracket. I had UK beating Houston, and but Houston,
man, you had UK winning it all.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm a UK fan. What do you expect?
Yeah. Be smart.
Okay, so when did you have Louisville going up?
Auburn.
Auburn?
Yeah.
You didn't have faith y'all could beat Auburn?
I'm smart. I'll do it for the sport.
You couldn't beat Creighton, but
you know what I'm saying?
Smart enough to know you could beat Auburn.
I mean, I had Auburn at the beginning of the year winning it all. I mean,
hey, I want to give a shout out.
I almost had it.
I want to give a shout out to the Final Four though, man. Like I said, the games yesterday, they were damn close.
The only time that I root for Arkansas is when they're playing Kentucky.
You dislike Cal that much because he owned Pitino when he was at Louisville?
No.
Come on, Brian. Don't be. Is that the reason that you hate him so much? Because he owned
No, 'cause
Louisville.
he's a
He owned
cheater.
Louisville when
He's a
Pitino
cheater
was there.
too.
Cheater.
He's a cheater
Oh,
too.
show me something where he cheated Kentucky.
Every
15
place
years.
he's went. I mean, dude,
I've heard that
they
before. I've
paid
heard
you
that.
all
I've heard Memphis.
because
I've heard, I've
money
heard that.
talks and bullshit walks. In Kentucky, that shit
UMass,
gets
they say he paid Campbell.
paid under the table shit.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's just paid under the table bullshit.
But hold on now. They talk about different times, and somebody told me a story. I don't know. I have never seen the clip of it, but they said that.
You already know it. Cal was a bum before UK.
But you think Rick Pitino helped him get the UMass job? I mean, if you remember back, if you're old enough to remember back, Pitino helped him get that job, helped him get his start. And so, what's up, Mr. Survivor? How you in there?
They both were on restrictions after they left. Both of them
He did, but you haven't heard nothing about Kentucky. So there you go.
Because let's break the broom out and throw some cash.
Now, if he was at Louisville, he'd be in trouble. They'd be looking at him.
Team
Slim, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much.
He's Slim. So, but no, like I said, the games were a good game. They were closely games, and I thought Duke was going to pull it out for a minute. You know what I mean?
Crown King.
But so, do you remember? Hey, what's up, Crown? Do you remember how Houston beat Purdue? Right? Y'all remember that on the throw-in? So they're creative, and they made a hell of a comeback. So I knew it wasn't over yet because there were still like 35 seconds left. They were down.
That's right.
What was it? And like you said, they did it so fucking
quickly, and I mean, it's just
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Florida pulls it out. Thank you for the likes.
Yes, definitely.
We got a bunch of them
likes and share out.
Appreciate it. But no, it's like I said, it's very impressive. And then I was watching the girls. The girls.
Hey, UConn was the cream of the crop this year.
Yeah, I've always pulled for South Carolina because I remember watching Don Staley play. I didn't like UConn. I've always, I'm not like them because of their coach, not the players. Because I remember when they had Rebecca Lobo.
Yeah. They've had all kinds.
They've had, she's still.
But that Page girl, man,
she's tough. She's tough. She's went through some injuries over the years too, though.
Yeah, because she's so small.
This is their first title since she's been there, though.
But hell, she gets right in.
What was it like? They went on today. They passed everybody today. UCLA, everybody, men's, women. They're leaders now. UConn is. I think it's his 13th title. His 12.
Oh, yeah.
Coach is 12. I think it is.
It's 12.
Or 13 school, the 13th overall for the school, I think is what it was. They were saying something about it when they were interviewing. I hear you, Mr. J.
And we actually have that cartoon on our shorts. If y'all come back to the Slim&Bird channel, we had a cartoon made.
Somebody made a cartoon of us. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Come check it out and get you a good laugh. I think it's actually on his YouTube or his TikTok also.
Yeah, it's on my TikTok.
His TikTok or
made sure it went on our channel because it was us. So
yeah. So why do we keep hitting that thing?
Well, somebody.
I don't know.
All right.
So everything's going good for everybody?
How's everyone? Well, I know our Final Four, man. It's only between.
How you doing in your practice if you're not in this one or if you're in this one?
Our pool for this mug is for me. It's between me and Ratterman.
I thought your dad was up there too, though.
Yeah, but he can't gain nothing.
He can't gain nothing?
No.
Okay.
So it's if Houston
wins. Both of y'all have Florida?
Nope. Houston wins, I win. Florida wins, Joey wins.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm pulling for Joey. I'm not pulling for Joey. I'm pulling for Florida because I had him. I had him in the championship game. I didn't have Houston, but I had. Did both of you all have Florida and Houston in the final game?
Both of us.
What about your dad?
Oh, he
was up there.
He had Florida, but he had no, he didn't have Florida. He had Houston in the final, but had Auburn there, and Auburn winning it
Okay.
all. Yeah.
Okay. So,
He
there
went
you
with
go.
Auburn.
I mean, it's pretty cool that, it's almost, the only thing that sucks, though, it's almost over tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Who's that? Tell us who you think's going to win. Give us a, comment and let us know who do you think's going to win. Houston
I think it's going to be a low scoring
Florida.
affair. I think it's going to be one of them, like, fucking
60 something.
I wouldn't even say that. I'm going to go on a limb and even say, like, fucking
No,
50,
they had, what was the final score last night? Wasn't it 70 something?
59, 56, something like that.
Is that what it was last night? No, it was more than that. I can't remember. Now you got one to look.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a closer game.
70 to 67.
All right, so give us a shout out and tell us who you think's going to win before tomorrow night. Like I said, it's going to be a good game, I think.
Be a real good game.
And like you said, I think Houston will slow it down. That's their game, is slowing it down. Now, will Florida let them slow it down? Is the question.
They can play fast. And they
Florida
can
throw, but if Florida gets hot,
that defense can keep them from getting out.
I understand, but I'm saying if Florida gets hot, they get hot. They get on a roll.
The bad part, if Houston gets hot, they're hot.
And we beat Florida by 6 in the season.
Who?
We did. We won 106 to 100. I looked it up. We only played them once this year. I thought we played them twice. We only played them once. So yeah, I guess because there's more teams now with Texas and Oklahoma, so we only played certain teams once. Like we played Tennessee twice, and we usually play Florida twice, but we only played them once this year. When I look back at it, and we beat them. They come to Rupp, and we beat them 106 to 100. So as you said, can't win at Rupp, but we won at Rupp against them, and they were ranked at 10. So I think they were number 4 when we beat them. I can't. I look back at it, and I want to say they were.
And then they turn around and beat you.
Yeah.
When it really counts.
Well, no, it was Tennessee that beat us.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about Florida. We beat Florida.
Okay.
And we beat Tennessee twice, but we just couldn't beat them when it was all matter. When it was all around, we couldn't beat them. I don't know. It was like we were flustered and we didn't come to play. I said, I'm still.
That defense screwed y'all up. Y'all let
there
that
was some
defense.
play.
You had Berea thinking he could shoot from everywhere.
Yeah. And he couldn't guard a fucking folding chair. Okay? I mean, let me just say that. I mean, he's better than I am. I can't hate on you. But, dude, some of them guys were playing fine. And I'm just like, foul, buck.
Yep.
Something.
No defense.
Tie yourself out of the game real quick. Excuse me. There's something in my throat there. Feels like.
Let me clear my throat. And then we're having, I know y'all just signed someone here, okay?
We just signed 2 people.
Louisville's got some great ones coming in.
Yeah, y'all been on the transfer portal. I think I've seen y'all got 2. I don't remember what positions they were. We got us a point guard out of Pittsburgh.
That
Jalen.
That good white boy McNeely or from Virginia.
Oh my God. What is it? I don't know his damn name. I just seen it this little while ago. But then we got the wingman he come from Tulane. He's a wingman, 6'8", wingman. So we like that. Then we got They say he was the best point guard in the Big East this year. So, we'll take him. We need some inside help. We got Garrison coming back. From what I've read, Garrison's coming back, and I hope he does. Come on back, brother. We love you. Come to stay in Kentucky. And come on back, brother. I know you want to try the NBA, but if they send you back, please come back. Come on, we want you back here. You're our top dog. So I'm making a plea. But we got a freshman. We got Mr. Kentucky of basketball this year. He's supposed to be coming in. So we got some players coming in, but we need to get some down low help. We can't be a team full of guards. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean y'all got some guys coming in.
And that Kobe Rogers, he transferred in from Charlestown. We got the All-American Mikael Brown, 5-star, 4-star.
Love, Jalen Love from Pittsburgh is his name. Yeah. And then the other one from Tulane is
away. That's that Germany kid.
Y'all have somebody come from Germany. How tall is he?
Oh, dude,
7 foot.
6'11".
Oh,
Dude, he's a rim rocker.
is he?
Yeah, dude. I watch
Okay.
him.
You watch videos on him?
Then we got Woolley from Kennesaw State. He's a 6'5" CSU Rookie of the Year, averaged 18 points a game. We got Ryan Conwell from Xavier. He was one of the top shooters in the Big East last year. And then Virginia, like I said, Isaac McNeely. You know, he averaged 14 points a game and went first in 3-point percentage. So
yeah, next year will only be better for both teams. I mean, honestly, like I said, neither of us knew what to expect coming in this year. I mean, besides seeing the teams before they played. But before that, when they started playing, nobody knew what to expect. And that Tennessee game woke you all fucking up. What it did is let him coach. He had coaching. He just lost by 20. Let me
got
coach
something to talk about now.
And Pope still had something to coach about because we were losing like the Clemson when we shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So both teams are going to have, I don't know who y'all have coming back wise. Is Chucky coming back?
No, Chucky was 5 years.
He's 5 years.
Yeah, he's gone.
And I'm sorry, in my opinion, he was your best player. What about Hadley?
No, Edwards. I mean, Chucky and Edwards were our.
Edwards was tough. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Edwards, he was a senior.
Yep.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, but I'm telling you what, man, as many threes as we put up last year, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have the same volume, maybe even more is what they're talking about. But this year,
does your one boy come back?
We got Deadeye shooters. Smith's gone.
He's gone?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why is Hay not wearing a Utah?
Because I don't have to.
No, it's why is I'm not wearing.
Wow.
I was wearing my Titans. I got on some sweatpants to go with it. We had to go shopping, so I had to. We went to Sam's and stocked up, and Slim tell you we stocked up. We got some good shit up there right now. So no, it's good to go.
Yeah.
I was wearing some sweatpants and kind of went with my Titan shirt, so I went with the Titan shirt.
Just on the big bomb today.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know, but we went to Sam's, but other than that, so how was everybody else's week? Amos, how was your week? Jay, how was everybody's week? Branson, how was your week?
Yeah. Me and Amos had an adventure Friday.
Yeah, remember that. There you go. And be safe out there. If you're in Kentucky, especially, you're in our local state. Please, well, if you're anywhere, be safe, please.
Well, it was good that Amy had a truck. Yeah, I mean, we'd have been floating away.
There was, my brother-in-law told me for the company he works for, he got a call. He left his house. He said every way he tried to get to the one city he had to go to was blocked off because it was flooded. Now, right now, my wife showed me Shepherdsville. Please be careful because my wife showed me the Salt River overflowed, and so we can't get to. Well, we had to go the other way. Well, then she just read that they're moving the prisoners in Bullitt County, and we ride by the in that area, and that's the other way to get through the long. I guess you would say. Yeah. But we go back that way. They say it's flooding now, so it's like we can't even get to it.
We're not supposed to get no relief, really. I mean, I think it's supposed to stop and then start back again Wednesday. So.
Oh, she said.
Yeah, WK Parkway is closed now. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think everybody's over the rain since. Amy, I mean, it's.
We barely got through it. I mean, we got through it. We more than barely.
And it's not just us, because Indiana's got it, Missouri, Arkansas. I was watching last night. I seen somebody in Mississippi was, getting it hard. So, pretty good. Yeah, I guess you were, man.
That. We had a great live last night, man.
Yeah.
It was ungodly. That was a good one, man.
And if you haven't checked out his TikTok, go check him out. The Hilton is okay, too.
Good.
Thank you. I love to hear that. I'll tell the guys.
Good.
They love going down there. So we need to get you down there sometime here soon.
Never know.
I'll wear my Speedos for it. It'll be a fun time.
I definitely won't
celebrate you coming down there. I got permission to wear them from the owner, I believe. At least one of the owners. So, no, but it sucks that, we got the draft coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not even, a few weeks. It'll be a good draft coming up. My Titans, right now, they said that from everything I'm seeing, we're going to take somebody. The last I seen, they were talking about, was it Ward? Yeah, Cam Ward. I think is who it was that they were talking about. So, if that's what we were going to do, let's do it. But we got to make sure we hit on something. We need to get some more players in there. And hopefully we can build on the draft, just like everybody else's teams. You know what I mean? Hopefully you build on the draft, and hopefully we get a star player that we can kind of like, huh?
Y'all need to pick up.
If we get a quarterback, we need one like Lamar, which Cam Ward can be. Yeah. Not saying he's Lamar. Nobody's Lamar. Not even Mike Vick. Mike Vick is amazed at Lamar. Everybody's amazed. That he's in a whole different fucking level. I'm sorry. You have the rest of them. You have Lamar. I'm sorry. And I'm a Kentucky fan, yes, but maybe that's why I feel that way is because I've got to see him for so long against us, and then the man is worth the money. He's worth every penny you pay, and he's worth going to watch. He's worth paying to watch him. You know what I'm saying? He makes it entertaining because you never know when he's going to break out. So like I said, but with he's a franchise player, so we can get a quarterback like that. Somebody big name, kind of like when we had King Henry. I don't know why we let that motherfucker go, but why we let him go? I'm still pissed, Tennessee.
Man, I still think. The way they're talking about the Bengals, I think we're going to go offensive lineman on the first pick.
Well, y'all need something because y'all need something cheap right now because y'all just spent some money on your boys. So, but Hendrickson, from last I seen him on an interview,
contract negotiations.
Well,
he don't sound good.
He's not happy. He's not.
Well,
fucking happy.
The thing about it is, man,
he was on Pat McAfee.
I understand.
Shout out, Pat. Check us out, bud.
I completely understand because he should get paid. He should get paid. You know what I'm saying?
He should. He's
the only reason our defense did anything. You know what I'm saying? If you get technically down to it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So.
Man, it takes everybody, but he was your main pass rusher.
He was our pay. That's the only one.
He was your rusher. And, like I said, there's a lot of teams out there making a lot of moves. So, hopefully we don't trade away the first pick.
I can't remember. Like quite a few.
I can't remember last time we had the first pick. Honestly, it's been so long ago. I can't remember. I don't think Stephen Merritt. I think he was like the 7th overall or something. I don't think he was the first.
I say in the 3rd round, we got 2 picks in the 3rd round.
I don't think Eddie George was either.
We got the 17th, 49th, the 81th, and the 119th.
Vince Young might have been in the top 10. I think about too.
Oh.
So, but I don't know. I'm ready. And it sucks that basketball's almost over. We still have the NBA. We'll cover more of that when it gets closer to playoffs because you just got so much going on right now with different teams.
Yeah. But I tell you what, man, the Lakers are starting to look really, really good with Luka and LeBron. That's the
I hope the Mavericks look good from the trade too.
Luka put up like 28-30 today.
They're not going to beat OKC.
They drummed OKC by like 27 today.
They're not going to do it for 7 games.
I'm just saying. They drummed OKC at OKC. And I'm not, me, I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I'm just telling you, watching them play, man, now, with Luka there, that makes them very, very dangerous.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I still think.
And I like OKC.
OKC's fucking tough, man.
Yeah.
They got young. They're young. I think he might be the oldest. SGA might be their oldest because I don't think your boy Chet Holmgren, I don't think he's older.
Y'all still got to worry about Boston and the upcoming
Boston's
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
with Donovan Mitchell on there. I mean, I'm more impressed about the Cleveland Cavaliers season.
It Pacers.
Shit, I mean, dude, they have just done nothing but like this for the past 5 years. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're
and
young.
They did it through the draft.
Yeah. Well,
except when they paid to bring Mitchell there.
There's some tough teams. I mean, you still have Memphis. You know, well, no, Memphis is West. But no.
Who's on Morant's on Memphis?
Yeah, but he's out west. He's west.
They're nailing him for doing this all the time.
You know, at some point, when do you? But dude,
I mean, he just got like a quarter.
He is a baller.
What do you get? Like a $750,000 fine, or $300,000?
I think because he's got it like 3 times.
Oh yeah,
or something like that. But here's my point. At what point they almost kicked him out of the league?
Yeah,
for shit he was videoing.
Well, I mean, so, you can't have guns.
But here's my thing though. At what point do you realize I wouldn't be able to do this shit if I wasn't? I wouldn't be able to own what I own.
Because he's got too much money right now.
I just, but you see it with other athletes. Yeah. I mean, think about Tiger Woods. How many sponsorships when he went through his stuff did he lose?
Everybody.
How many sponsorships? Think about it. It's happened quite a few times where the sponsorship drops them.
Yep.
They're like, we're fucking done with you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know where you drop the sponsorships of him because he brings in a lot of money. I understand that.
Well, you gotta look when it's bad stuff. It always happens to the athlete. They're gonna get dropped.
Yeah,
if it's bad pub.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they don't want to be a part of it.
Back in the day, how many times they tell Allen Iverson, who they told him what he couldn't hang out with certain people, because they were gangbangers. Look, like he said, I can't help where I come from.
Well,
he couldn't help where he come from. He said they helped him stay alive. He was playing courts,
Yeah.
But when they told you, when it cost you that much money, and I know you got a lot of money, so it's not much to him, but still, you got to look at the future.
If you think about that,
you got to look at the kids that are looking at you and looking up to you.
Every person has somebody that was their friend. Like if they made it huge,
oh yeah, they always
take care of the friend. Like LeBron had a childhood friend. What's he do? He's like security for him, making him 8 years.
Exactly.
Bought a house, everything for him. So I mean, that's the way it is.
I mean, if I made it big, that big, I'm taking care of my boy. I'm gonna buy him some second clothes, put on him.
Anyway, no fucking second.
But like you said, their families are probably well taken care of with some of the contracts they've had. But when you can make more at your age, and you're costing yourself,
because he already has more money than he can deal with now, so it don't really matter.
There's people that are struggling, and you're getting 3-point-something million fine. That's just.
And then I asked, do you want me to write a check or pay cash? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, you know where that started, though. Yeah. Our boy Randy Moss. Cash money, homie. How you going to pay that fine? Cash money, homie. He got out of that fucking Range Rover. Cash money, homie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got that kind of money when you're that good. But, like I said, it can all be taken away in a matter of no time. So.
As it comes, it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean,
today, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Oh, no, it's not. I mean, hell, who knows? Hopefully we wake up tomorrow. Thank God if we do. Thank God for waking us up today.
That's right.
And that's my argument sometimes, though, especially certain sports, I'm sorry, they just shouldn't make as much as they make. And then the player says,
well, I'm a big advocate. I could tell you something I'm a big advocate for. Is women's need to be paid more.
Oh, yes, definitely. I'd like to see, I know it sounds crazy, I'd like to see a women's softball league, fast pitch.
They probably got one.
They do, but it's not, I'm sure they do, but it's not endorsed as much as it should be.
Yeah.
I'd like to see ESPN pick it up or something.
Yeah.
Raise the
Oh,
women's
yeah.
sports
You
a
know
little
what I'm
bit
saying?
better.
I understand that completely. I mean, that would be cool.
Because, like you said, the WNBA players, they're the main women players. Besides like Serena or your tennis players or something, But no, so they need to hire their pay. Why is you got LeBron and Luca making 50 something a year, but then you've got the star of the WNBA making probably $3 million a year. You know what I'm saying? That gap needs to close. We need to close that gap. I mean, because I'm telling you, what they're paying Caitlin Clark in the NBA is not worth it. It's not. It's not. You're not paying her enough.
It's like they're doing it for the love of the game. That's the way it used to be back in the heyday with the players that played.
Now, I see.
Know what I'm saying?
She has signed some of the biggest contracts with other than the NBA. She's signed some big contracts. I think like $20 million or something. But here's my thing: her WNBA contract is not what she brings to the table. They don't pay her enough what she brings to the table. She has brought so much to and not just her. Angel Reese, you got
all them.
You've got a few of them that have been in there. That
SlimBird, all them. The original.
She's retired.
She's retired. But she still does.
Taurasi, she should have made a lot more than her day. Now, think about it. Back in the day when they first started, I don't know what Rebecca Lobo or Lisa Leslie, I don't know what they made, but they paved the way for these women today.
Yeah, they hardly made anything.
They've hardly made anything in there, but they got it started. And in my opinion, the WNBA should take care of them now because
and I'm sure
they help. Because it went from a few 100,000, business to it's probably worth $1 billion now.
Well, they said
but they still don't
going
play
to the Hall of Fame. SlimBird's getting ready to go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they just announced it. Well, until last year, I think she just retired.
Yeah.
And Taurasi, I think, retired a few years ago.
Taurasi retired this year. She played last year. She just retired. So.
Yeah, that's But no, I just think that way future generations.
But I mean, you got to think growing up, when we was growing up, them NBA players, it didn't start for them getting paid the crazy money to
the NBA, no,
like junior, senior year, something like that.
About 90,
mid 90s,
when Michael took over with.
But I mean, they played for the love of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they made good money, but they always made good money.
Yes. Well, baseball's always made the most of it, which is ridiculous because I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not America's favorite pastime.
It's football. And here's my thing: hockey should make more than fucking baseball.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
because you get on the skates. I'm not a skater. I'm not gonna sit here and think I know a lot about hockey, but I'm gonna tell you something. You ever look at them? A lot of them motherfuckers are missing their teeth. Okay, they're got fucking shit wrong with them.
You think they would have a better dental?
You get cut with them blades. I've never seen it, but I'm sure it happens. You get cut with them blades, it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, they're sharp, but I mean, there's a lot of pad there.
That's worth the money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Football worth the money.
Because they're beating each other.
Soccer's decent.
Now, soccer, man, you got to run around for an hour. You get to kick the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? But
baseball, it is hard to. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not hard to hit a baseball. I've tried.
I mean, you got some of the pitchers that can put some woo woo on.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
But are they worth that much money?
No,
because they can throw a baseball. They played it because of the love game. It's got so. That's the thing with baseball. They don't have a cap.
No,
that's their problem. You're paying this motherfucker. What's Soto making this year?
You know who's got the biggest cap in baseball?
Who?
The Wankers, the Yankees.
The Dodgers too, though. It's usually the big name teams that get there. You think about it, it's usually the big name teams that get there because they have all.
Because they pay all the money to get anything.
Oh yeah, I mean look at it. They got the Mets pay a lot of money too, though. They just paid your boy quite a bit. These motherfuckers are making almost $250 billion for a contract for like 4 or 5 years. Think about this. 6 years, whatever it is. They're making buku money, which yes, I'm not hating. But I just think it's terrible that there's no cap.
You're going to be surprised.
What?
Who has the biggest payroll? The top 4 payrolls in
I'm going to go with
MLB.
Houston.
Who?
Houston. New York.
Which one?
I'm gonna go with both of them. I'll go with Yankees over. No, I bet. Yeah, Yankees. I'm gonna go Houston, Yankees, Mets, and then I'm gonna go Dodgers.
All right.
And then the fifth one, let me see.
There ain't no bet. They only show top four.
Shuffle.
Number one is the Mets with $323 million.
Because they just paid your boy Soto. Like
the Dodgers are next at $321.
Ocho, what's his name? The one boy, he just hit a walk off the other night.
Them Wankers are got $293 million, and the Phillies has got $284 million.
The Phillies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And who did you say the other one was before them?
Yankees.
Yankees. So Yankees
Mets,
are third.
Dodgers, Yankees, Phillies.
Yankees are third.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
unbelievable.
Well, if old man Bill or what was the old man Steinbacher, it would be different. He would spend whatever it is to have the best team. I mean, he always did. That's why they have so many titles. You know what I'm saying? Which the Dodgers have quite a few too, though. That's my argument with baseball. I'm sorry. I just think it's too overpaid.
The Reds just got the fifth. They're like the.
Now, we do have college baseball starting up, which I like to follow college baseball because they still play for the love of the game.
If you wanted to know the fifth on down, you got Toronto fifth with 239, Rangers at 220, the Astros at 220, Braves at 214, Padres at 208, the Cubbies.
Think about this, dude. Think about this, though. 200-something million going out to how many players? You can only start 9, but I know you're going to have more than 9. But
the Reds' whopping payroll is $115 million.
And that's look at the difference.
But hold up.
What did you say the top one was? Like 400 something?
300 something.
And then you look at the Reds at 100 something.
Yeah. But I go even way. The one who the 30th, the dead last. Miami Marlins.
Yeah.
$67 million payroll.
Now, was it them or the Blue Jays?
But here's
Tampa Bay Blue Jays, or Rays, whatever. They fucking, not too many years ago, they were in the playoffs playing, I think it was Houston they were playing.
Yeah.
And said the payroll
was ungodly.
It was like almost $200 million more than what they were, It was crazy. And see, you can do it with players that don't need fucking $60 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, the Brewers got there, dude, with $100 million payroll.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes makes $50 a year.
Yeah.
Okay? And he only gets paid, from my understanding, they only get paid on game days.
Like $50 million a year. And the Marlins' fucking whole payroll is $67 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
So think about this. Lamar's almost making more than their whole payroll.
Yeah.
Think about that. He's making almost.
Now I gotta go look.
But he's worth every penny of it, in my opinion. I mean, I really think, my Titans forever have a chance at him. Please, if we can, if you all are going to trade the draft pick away, if you don't get Lamar, don't fucking trade it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
The Marlins with the lowest payroll is like 5-4 already this season. They're in the Phillies division with the Mets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine a payroll of $67 million coming out of that division when you got Philly and the Mets with like $200 million payroll?
You could come out there with it like that.
Yeah.
It's baseball, man. It's a simple pitch and catch. It's not as simple as you think, but hitting the ball, or catching the ball. I mean, when you get to the major leagues, there's some boys that can really fucking hit the ball. You playing third base, it's going to be on your ass in a heartbeat. And like they were talking about them bats, torpedo bats, I think that's what they called them. At a certain point, I'm almost positive there's a regulation on how big the barrel can be. Because if not, who's going to come out with a fucking like lumberjack or fucking caveman fucking club? Be like, I'm going to put this
Captain Caveman.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. But then again, how are you going to swing? Yes, you get a hold of it, you're going to fuck it up, but you're not going to hit as many as you think swinging something that big and heavy. I think the heaviest I ever went was like a 29 ounce with a 33. What was it? 33 bat, 32 bat, maybe. 29 ounce, I think was the highest I ever went. I mean, they had higher ounces. Sometimes I go down just depending on what bat it was. but we're talking decades ago. So I'm sure it's a little bit different now, but especially in the major leagues, they're made a little different. So I'm sure.
Well, they got to be in the range and
yeah,
specs.
yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Yes, they probably have regulations, just like NASCAR has on the cars.
They do.
They're going to have something because if not, what's Louisville Slugger going to come out with? Fucking, one fucking this big around and say, "Oh man, we got the biggest barrel on." You know what I mean?
Well, the only reason it's coming about is
But
that Yankees putting on the show a home run clinic that one game where they had like 7 or 8, something like that, in one game. They were like bing, 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 and they were using the torpedo bats. So
is the batter or is the ball different?
Yeah,
because they say that the ball was messed up. What was it years ago? That juice balls.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where that. But when McGuire and Sosa and all were doing it back in those days, they were bringing the fans back because, like you said, it's not America's game anymore. They like to think it still is. Football is.
Football.
Or soccer. Hockey's even up there. Because you go up north.
Hockey's starting to
hockey
get
is big.
No, dude, I'm going to tell you.
I need to figure out a little bit more about hockey.
Soccer is coming.
Oh, it's big. It's
Them
big.
fans in soccer are ungodly.
Crazy. In different countries. It hasn't taken over. And I'm wrong. I'm not going to say we have, what is it, Louisville Racing here?
Yeah.
And what's the women's one? Or is that the women's?
That's the women's.
Louisville 5.
No.
What is it? Louisville something. I can't remember. But, soccer, I'm not a big soccer fan, but I need to start learning more about it. My nephew's getting ready to start playing it. So I gotta be I remember I went out one time in 5th grade for it. I remember the coach at Mount Carmel put a ball out. It might be the beach. I think it was Beach Farm. No, it was Mount Carmel. Put a ball out.
Oh, Louisville City.
Louisville City. Yeah. And he put a ball out way the fuck down there and it was like 4 balls, but we had to keep running. He said, until I tell you to quit. Well, I told myself to quit. I didn't go back the next day. Look, that's a lot of running for me, and I was a young kid then, healthy. You know what I mean? No, I don't do that running. No. So, just like basketball, you run 3 or 4 games, and you're done back in the day. I could run a lot more back in the day, but I couldn't even run a fucking half-court game probably right now. That's how terrible it is. I was at a birthday party the other day. I was playing horse with my nephew.
But they ain't even lost yet this season.
Who?
They've either tied or won.
Who?
Louisville City.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I don't think my wife would know much about soccer either.
They won 3, lost none, and tied twice.
Like I said, I know a lot of people play soccer.
Well, they're talking. I saw something on the news about us.
AJ,
we have a really good guy on the team.
Ayla's played soccer.
She just like kicking people.
Yeah, she probably did. She probably a bully. But no, she played college soccer too.
I know.
Shout out to our sister Ayla, to Lindsay Wilson with her soccer. You need to teach us some shit about soccer. Our nephew's playing. I need to learn some stuff. But no, I like to learn a little bit about hockey also myself. Try to keep up with it a little bit more. I know I'm not going to be able to learn everything overnight or the first few days.
Yeah.
Close it.
It'll go off.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It must be an update or something.
It is.
So yeah, it's going to be an interesting, few weeks. We're going to come up with some good topics. But we don't keep up. We'll keep up with some baseball, but we don't keep up with it that much as
too many games.
Just so many games. Yes. Yeah. And then we'll keep up with some.
The good part is the NBA is starting to come to a close. It's coming in that
direction.
Down the stretch they come. We got the Derby getting ready to come up.
Yeah, definitely. And we're from Louisville. And I don't know.
Horse racing's real big right now.
Yeah, and here's the thing though.
Going.
The second time, because of COVID was the first time. It's the second time ever in 30 years probably or more. I can't remember how long it's been going.
Yeah. Thunder over Louisville.
Thunder over Louisville has only been canceled 2 times in the history of it. And
I mean, I understand this time because the river is going to be way up.
Yeah, all right. Please be safe out there.
They are.
You're one of our people watching. This weather's hitting you. Please be safe out there.
If you live by the river, be safe too.
Yes, definitely. I think I don't know. We got one that lives out in Oldham Kelly, right? Ain't that where he lives at? Be safe out there, B. And big man, I hope he's safe too because I heard they were having some stuff out there. Everywhere's having some flooding in Kentucky. Lucky it's just not our basements, and if you're having problems, hopefully God protects you. I'm very blessed that we haven't had no water in here. I better knock on some wood. I don't know if that's really real wood. Let me hit a stud back there. But no. So yeah, everybody, please be careful. We don't want to hear about anybody that we care about, and we love your support. Definitely, right. We love your support.
There really ain't much to talk about, dude. We can wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah, that's what she said. But okay. All right. Well, I guess we will see y'all next Sunday.
That's right.
We'll know who the championship is.
We'll talk about national championship.
We'll be able to talk about national championship.
We'll talk about horse races. We'll talk about NBA.
We'll have some more.
We'll have some topics there next week.
Yeah, this week's been a little bit bad for everybody. And hopefully everybody stays
winding down. All we had today was the women's championship. Now we've got the men's and coming to a close. We're a little bit depressed because we ain't got really much to watch. So.
Yeah, and the weather's been shitty.
And bad weather.
And like I said, Friday night, I think it was, it come through, or Sunday, when we had the real bad one. They mentioned the Dairy Queen right down the street, 4 minutes from us, and the Gene Snyder. And we're right in that area ourselves. And so we had.
And I'm riding my bike.
Yeah, he rode his bike on TikTok to a tornado siren. Me and the wife and our fur babies were down here hiding out, and we was hearing some loud shit. I'm gonna have to have my roof checked. There was only one shingle missing out but it was in the front yard, so I need to have it a little checked. I don't think one shingle's gonna hurt real bad, but please be safe out there.
That's right. I hope everybody has a good weekend.
Everybody have a good weekend. Have a good week. We will be back here
Most
Sunday at 7. We'll be keeping up with everything, and like I said, we'll know. And if you're
right, Jay, hell yeah.
If you're up tonight at midnight and you're bored, come watch us.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Come watch this dude over here do his thing. I don't know if y'all noticed. He's a little slimmer than when we started. You go back in I don't know. I haven't looked like videos, but sometimes you don't see the changes because you're around him so much. But I can actually see the changes in him, and I'm excited. I love you, brother. I'm glad to see what you're doing with your health. I wish I had his motivation, but if you don't have nothing else, come on TikTok, give him a shout out, give him a like and a share. He's been kicking ass. I don't know. He's supposed to weigh in tonight. Have you weighed today?
Nope.
He's supposed to weigh in tonight, so he better weigh in before he fucking goes on tonight. I'm gonna smack him when I see him next, because I want to know his progress is awesome. I mean, I can see it. And I'm very proud of you, brother, doing something with your health. I've known you for 40-something years, and to see you taking care of your health is most important, because 2 years ago, it was a scary thing for me. Thought I was going to lose my boy. And now you're here striving and kicking ass and taking names. And more power to you. Sorry, my cat's got some kind of toy she's down here with.
I gave him some catnip.
Yeah, she looks like she's on something. Yeah, you gave him some catnip. Who knows? But no, like I said, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate what you're doing, and as far as improving your health and everything, man. Like I said, it's the healthiest I've seen you in probably 20 years.
That's right.
I'm not saying you're fully healthy, but
it's been a long time.
I don't know if I'll be able to play slim no more, because I might be the fatter one at this point. I'm not there yet, but I'm working my way there because I got some donuts today from Sam's. But no. So like I said, shout out to everybody. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all your love. We appreciate every bit of it. Just remember, we're two dummies in a basement.
Two dummies in the basement. We'll
Thank
see
you for
y'all
coming
next
to join
week.
us.
We love y'all.
7 p.m. next Sunday. We'll be here.
Thank you all. Good night.
Yeah. Oh, one more shout out to my wife for making us a hell of a dinner tonight.
Love the
tacos.
tacos.
Thank you, babe. Love you.
We love you,
Thank
sis.
you for the tacos. It was good.